I've really been blessed with the opportunity of winning lots of major titles and medals along the way. But, one particular event that sticks in my mind personally is when I was a junior and I had the opportunity of becoming the world junior champion. I was the favorite to win that particular title, but the run up to those championships were very difficult. And I caught an injury in the last few moments, and I was unsure whether I was actually going to compete. But fortunately, I was blessed with luck, good doctors and a physiotherapist who worked so hard and tirelessly on me, and I ended up winning that title and becoming the first world junior champion. And that in itself set up the whole of my career. So it was most probably my very first major medal. That's my favorite moment. It was a very easy thing for me to become the global ambassador, specifically for the Tata Steel event here, the 25K. And the real reason why I say it was very easy for me, because I have a passion for sport and I love to see where locations are doing what I was blessed with having my lifetime doing, which was just running. And I think it's opportunities like this that give the everyday person to run alongside champions and feel exactly the same emotions as we did when we were just at the Olympic Games or the World Championships. The nerves, the anxiety at the beginning, then the greatness as you actually cross that finishing line and you've achieved your own personal goal. So for me, it was really good to be able to be an ambassador to share that moment with so many. And events like this are so important because they establish running in the heart of people. And once we get into the heart and soul of people and we connect with them, then I think it helps them mentally and also physically. So if you think about it, it's a win-win situation. Nobody loses. Kolkata is just an amazing city. I've loved it. I've only had a short trip here so far, but I've absolutely loved it. And everybody that I've bumped into, spoken to, they're also generally nice and humble, which is a real great trait. I love the vibe of the city. It's pretty chill, pretty nice and relaxed. And also the other reason why I love this city, don't tell anybody, but the sweets. I've got a very sweet tooth, so I'm happy here. I've been fortunate to have experienced Olympic Games from very early. 1988 was my first Olympic Games as an individual, but I've worked on many since. I've retired in 2003, and I think I've seen the sport really evolved. It's become and trying to attract a more youthful audience, and that in itself is really important. And adding to that, I like those particular changes because the way that social media has worked in a positive light for many of the athletes as well. So when you have those scenarios, those situations, and it really does guarantee that our sport has a future. So at the moment, I'm smiling happily. I was lucky enough to compete in a sport that I absolutely love. And many times people have asked me questions, what advice would you give your younger self when you were just starting sport? And it's the advice I give to anybody, especially young aspiring athletes. And, just have a good time. Because if you have fun in what you're doing, you'll work hard. And if you work hard and you stay dedicated and commitment, that in itself can turn into medals. So have fun and work hard. Just enjoy. And at the end of the day, don't worry, because things always end up okay.